responsible for culture especially. Yeah. Welcome, Kano-san.
Thank you.
And then next to Kano-san is, let me introduce first. Yeah. Pak Yomi. Mr. Yomi is representing a very important department in Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It's called Department for Information and Public Diplomacy. Yeah. IDP, Informasi dan Diplomasi Publik. Very crucial too. To be frank with you, I have what I call Indonesia National Orchestra, like 45-piece band consisting of all indigenous instruments. And when we travel to, now this is the thing, this is my secret, I reveal it to you. When we did first Australian tour, we were sponsored by IDP. They give us money for 70%, 70 people, 70 musicians. We travel all over Australian tour, performing in Canberra, Melbourne, Canberra, and Sydney. Yeah. Here is our representative from IDP. I got support from IDP to bring all the orchestra. So don't go anywhere. Here, everything is here. Let alone it's only you, 5 of you. Forget it. I'm bringing 70 people, man. You know, traveling abroad. Okay. Tentu aja ada banyak hal yang you have to fulfill. Yeah, it's not as easy as I said like this. You know, the product has to be like very, what do you call that? The key is the product. As already, I think Dimas said, for him, song is the most important thing. Right? Song, what is song? Is a product, right? So that's the thing. Now, Pak Yomi is a representative of IDP. Yeah, tadi. Welcome, Pak Yomi. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate, because I just led the department actually yesterday. It's remarkable. Can only happen in Indonesia. You cannot invite people just one day before. Yeah, this is the amazing country in a way, you know. I mean, we all know what's important for the people, for society, right? So once like a call like that, if they can do it, they'll do it, you know. Yeah. So thank you so much, Then, next to Pak Yomi, you already know, Pak Amin Abdullah, orang yang sangat istimewa juga. Sekarang beliau ini sekarang kunci benar di dunia industri musik Indonesia, tidak hanya di departemennya dia gitu loh. Pak Amin ini kan seperti kita tahu dari Kementerian Ekonomi Kreatif ya. Nah, beliau ini satu-satunya orang yang benar-benar menguasai permasalahan musik, karena beliau dapat degree-nya di bidang etnomusikologi ya. Sebuah bidang akademik yang sebetulnya tidak hanya mempelajari musik etnik, semua musik sebetulnya. Nah, sekarang beliau duduk sebagai pejabat. Anda bisa bayangin, beliau ini is our insider, is an insider. So sohib ya, sohib kita semua gitu loh. Tapi dia duduk dalam posisi yang decision maker. Ya, kita berdoalah supaya Kemenparekraf dapat 70 triliun nanti dari Pak Presiden kita. Jadi kita minta 1 triliun aja, bukan buat kita, kasih Pak Amin aja 1 triliun. Cukup dah. Nanti itu trickle down effect will do. Ya, bener loh, serius, doakan Pak Amin nih. Pak Amin nih di samping etnomusikolog, beliau juga seorang pemain musik gitu loh. Bahkan musik kapula modern namanya, ya kan? Dia punya grup. Pak Amin nih dari Sulawesi Tengah dulunya. Dulu negara festival juga. Banyak lah yang dikerjain. Sekarang mengelola podcast 24 hours tuh. Oke, thank you ya Pak Amin Abdullah for your participation here especially. Thank you. And now, last but not the least, my colleague here next to me. Now this is, as I mentioned to him, you're the best example of what's so-called cultural exchange, the significant meaning for cultural exchange. Because what? Why? Osama Abdurasol, give a big applause. All of them, yeah. He came all the way from first maybe from Iraq, and then moved Israel to Belgium, Brussels, yeah, and then he's here. Yeah, I met Osama is in Womex, right? When we first met, right? In Porto? Porto, yeah. So thank Womex. I met Sung Chun too there, yeah. And Womex is Worldwide Music Expo. Ya, samping seperti ini cuma 1000 kali lebih heboh. Nah, saya ketemu Osama di let me turn off my thingy. Okay, alright, okay, sorry about that. Nah, Osama, when did you move to Belgium? 97. 97. Wow, that's a long time ago, yeah. So he's been living in Belgium since then, right? Yeah. And then what? And he, as a musician, of course, he developed his own career. But by the same token, he developed the whole Belgium musical scene because he contributes something. He collaborates with a lot of people there, and he make the whole Belgium musical scene has a different color because of his present. So that's the significant meaning of what so-called cultural exchange, you know. So jadi cultural exchange ini sangat penting sekali untuk mengembangkan kebudayaan musik kita, ya. Nah, kita ini sebenarnya negeri yang ada 500 kebudayaan daerah, ya. You can imagine, you know, how many exchange that we can do just between us internally. I mentioned to them that we have Indonesia consisting of 500 sub-ethnic group and 500 language, local language that really, that you can imagine if we do some cultural exchange internally, a lot of things can happen. Yeah. So okay, now I think I have enough introducing the framework of our discussion today. So I'm going to start basically I just want to ask our speaker to tell their experience, of course, like from if they're representing the institution, their program, what they have been doing in relation to this particular topic. Pak Yomi, Pak Kano, ya, Pak Amin. So, Pak Osama, of course, will tell her personal story. Yeah, maybe I can start with Kano Sang, ya, from Japan.
Thank you, Mr. Franki. Thank you for the opportunity. It's working. Okay. Thank you for giving microphone share SM58. I feel like I'm becoming vocalist now. Vocalist. I told to Mr. Franki, I can join this event, but not using in English. That's okay. I cannot speak English very well, but so please allow me to speak Indonesian sometime. Perkenalan, saya Kano dari atas budaya masih Jepang. Saya sangat tertarik tentang musik secara pribadi juga, dan Pak Franki berkali-kali komunikasi dengan saya, pernah beliau datang ke Embassy juga. Kita tidak habis-habis topik untuk bicara tentang musik dan khususnya culture exchange. Dan menurut saya saat ini sudah memasuki zaman untuk khususnya sudah selesai COVID dan relasi Jepang sama Indonesia juga sudah mulai tingkat saudara. Nilai ekonomi negara juga mungkin perkembangan Indonesia sangat drastis dan cepat. Berikutnya budaya juga. Saya sangat berharap musisi dari Indonesia, musisi dari Jepang bisa sering komunikasi, bisa sering mereka datang ke sini, kita datang ke sana seperti itu. Saya harap ada caranya, jembatannya. Mungkin ini zamannya sekarang itu mulai cari jalan yang paling baiknya seperti apa juga. Saya harap diskusi hari ini bermakna. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Kano-san. Maybe you can tell us a little bit if you have some ideas for the future, you know, or the past. Is any particular program that Japan might do some sort of cultural exchange with Indonesia? Because I also know there is a Japanese music group here. Yeah, that's already part of it actually. You know, the Taiko group. So maybe Kano-san can tell a little bit about that, you know.
Boleh bahasa Indonesia?
Iya, bahasa Indonesia.
Apa namanya, musical scene in Jepang dan Indonesia, apa namanya ya, untuk cultural exchange itu masih sangat musician ada di Indonesia itu sangat grassroots menurut saya. Jadi tapi apa namanya, dari Kementerian Jepang juga sudah terlibat untuk menyelenggarakan acara budaya dan termasuk musik itu sudah 15 tahun. Tapi mungkin tidak terlalu terkenal, namanya Jakarta Matsuri. Nanti kita adakan di bulan September juga untuk tahun ini. Kemarin itu penontonnya dalam jumlah 250.000.
Dikirim ke gue.
Saya harap seperti itu yang kita sedang laksanakan culture exchange, dan kita harapkan besar acara ini menjadi kunci atau trigger menjadi mempererat persahabatan kedua budaya seperti itu. Kalau kebijakan program-program atas skema pemerintah kita punya masih lebih ke pendidikan, mungkin pertukaran saling seperti guru, orang pemerintah, mahasiswa persilakan datangkan ke Jepang ada, tapi untuk khusus untuk budaya musik saya kira masih sangat terbatas. Seperti Pak Franki.
Thank you so much. Okay, yeah. The thing is, because of course today is different situation, but in the past, Japan Embassy through Japan Foundation was very active here. You know, doing cultural exchange, bringing the whole symphony orchestra. I remember very much, you know. And then of course we sent group to Japan many times. Yeah. Even now there is a World Expo in Japan, Osaka. So we're bringing, forming musical and all kind of art form in Osaka for 6 months. So that's, of course, this, although this within the pavilion, but hopefully will have some impact, you know, at least for Osaka, you know, cultural scene, yeah, if not for Japan. Thank you so much, Kano-san. Nanti mungkin bisa bertanya kalau ini. Next, Pak Yomi, silakan. Pak Yomi, tadi saya katakan, silakan Pak Yomi.
Terima kasih Pak Franki. Thank you Pak Franki. Let me explain what we do at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, especially at the Public Diplomacy Directorate. I'll read it so I don't get it wrong. Our mission is to build bridges between Indonesia and the world through people-to-people connectivity and cultural collaboration and mutual understanding. We implement various cultural diplomacy programs such as the Indonesian Art and Culture Scholarship and other instruments. We also serve as a platform to amplify Indonesia's creative forces internationally and to welcome global cultural actors into our cultural landscape. So the point is, we at the Directorate of Public Diplomacy, we are safeguarding and we are using Indonesia's assets of soft power, which include music and art and culture and language, and use them as our foreign diplomacy instrument. to increase and to promote Indonesia's image globally, and also to promote economic growth. So, according with the theme today, of course, cultural exchange is one of the flagship programs that we do. Since 2003, we have hosted almost 1,400 foreign students to stay and live in Indonesia and learn Indonesia's art and culture. And those students, those alumni, they became our ambassador, they became our spokesperson, and they help a lot dissemination Indonesia foreign policy in their home country. So of course it's very important, and it is one of our flagship programs.
Thank you, Pak Yomi. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, give big hand of record. Is the program still on, Pak Yomi? Is the program still on now?
It postponed during the COVID, yeah. And then very unfortunately for this year we have budget cutting from the government. So hopefully next year we will start again. Yes. But we still do have other scholarship, Mahasiswa, and other government funded scholarship.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. This is very important program. Actually, very significant program, because I experienced myself when I was organizing Toraja International Festival all the way there, and all of a sudden, like you know, a group of foreign students affiliated with this program, who were in that program, baterainya udah habis, helping me then not only performing but also helping me to organize the festival. Yeah, so that's
yes.
really
and amazingly, within a short period of time, only 3 months, art centers not in Jakarta but all over Indonesia. Within 3 months, they speak Indonesia fluently. They learn the culture, and that's very amazing because they immerse themselves within Indonesian art and culture.
And that's not only 1 or 2, like many.
Every year we host almost 100.
You can imagine that. So that's a very significant program. I do hope other countries can do the same thing, so we can send our Indonesian artists, dancer, everything to do the same thing, because it's a very effective program for cultural exchange. That's why I brought Pak Yomi here too, because I know this particular program. Yeah, thank you so much, Pak Yomi.
Thank you, Pak Franki.
Yeah, okay, good. Let's give a big round of applause. Then we pray, hopefully next year, everything, our economic situation will be back to normal. All right. So then Pak Yomi also got like 70 trillions from Pak Prabowo, right, to run the ministry. Okay. Next is Pak Amin Abdullah. I already introduced him. All yours.
Okay. Actually, my book, MUSIK itu Politik, has already predicted that creative economy becomes the new ideology, political, cultural policy ideology in Indonesia. And then now it's transforming now. So, so the book now becomes channel YouTube. So our discussion, you can see that in the channel also. It means that it is really important to spread the ideology of creative economy as our Indonesian government tools to welcoming the bonus demography. So music is also one of the government program to solve the problem about how to make a job creation for all Indonesian young people. So when we talk about creative economy, so the key performance indicator is gross domestic product. So, and job creation, and then foreign exchange process, and then investment value. So if that's the indicator, how the program could give access to key performance indicator. So that's how my government, my ministry works. So there are 4 indicators that we have to comply. So if we are trying to give the cultural exchange, so we have to understand our neighbor, our friend, from other country. So we have to understand about, we have to learn our neighbor. For example, you are from Iraq, so we have to understand Iraq from demographic perspective, age, gender, and then geographic location. You are from Korea, for example, and then if it is the relationship, the cultural exchange between the city or the country. For example, Jakarta has a sister city with Amsterdam, if I'm mistaken. And then also we are trying to see the psychographic part. Psychographic part is kind of like a Muslim connection, or maybe Asian connection, or maybe the third country connection, or connection. And then the last one is the technographic part. It's kind of like the ability to maximize technology. So there are 4 factors that we have to understand if we are to make a cultural exchange. And then the most important part also is how to maintain cultural exchange, because it should be maintained. So it's not only offline like this, and then how we can make sustainable connection, sustainable cultural exchange. So we are not only meet in the offline, but in the online connection also. It is also important to see the cultural exchange and the creative economy perspective is revenue stream. How we gonna make it? How we gonna make cultural multiply effect for this one? Music in this case cannot be alone. Should be together with another sector like fashion, like food and beverage. So should be together, and then. In our ministry, the indicators should be measured by direct impact. For example, the festival like this can give impact to transportation, and then give impact to accommodation, and then food and beverage, job creation, artists, wardrobe, and sound system, for example. So that's what we call direct impact. Another impact is spillover impact. For example, the image of the city, Jakarta Beat Society. It means that we promote Jakarta. Fuji Rock Festival. It is the spillover impact. Could invite tourists to go to the Fuji, and then Cannes Film Festival in France, for example, and then Java Jazz Festival, for example, in Indonesia, like this. And then that is also important to see the social impact. For example, sustainability, like I said before, friendship, and then pluralism. It is good to have a multicultural event like this, because we are coming to the state of solidarity among people. So that's some ideas that I want to share with you guys. And then the collaboration that we have already made, we are trying to support, for example, dangdut with K-pop. If you have already heard over there. So we are trying to mix the composer songwriter from Korea, songwriter from Indonesia, so they make one together. And then also we would like to support like a composer from Indonesia in world music, for example, from Batak, for example, and then can have collaboration with some other countries with demographic, and then like I said before, so there are four factors to see the sustainability of the program. So the program is I can tell you the program is mechanism of proposal selection. Mechanism of proposal selection. So you can submit the proposal, and then there will be a committee of our minister to select the proposal, to create the proposal with the indicators that I mentioned before. So job creation, you see that? So that's how we see that. Oh, this is good proposal because it is answer the job creation, it is answer the investment, it is answer the growth have a policy brief. Policy brief, you know policy brief, yeah? Policy brief like a concert permit. We still, Indonesia, we still have a problem with concert permit. For example, for the great artists like Coldplay, like, there is so many complicated. So we have a program about that. So, and then another one is catalog music. We are trying to make a catalog music. So in that case, in the catalog, you will see how many festivals in Indonesia, music festival in Indonesia, how many producers in Indonesia, how many promoters in Indonesia, how many studios in Indonesia, how many music genre in Indonesia. So it is ongoing catalog. So it is online and offline. So everybody can put the data on that one. So that's the program that I want to share. And then yeah, I think that's the first one. Maybe we can continue with the question and answer. Sorry if it's too long.
Oh, pray for him, okay? 70 million, 70 trillion, okay? All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Pak Amin. And hopefully soon he will come here, become the Director General or something like that. Yeah, let's pray. Yeah, even better. Okay, now, Osama Abdurasol, your turn. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much for inviting me, for Mr. Franki and my colleagues here. My voice is very mumbled somehow. Can you cut the low frequency? Okay, he does not hear me. Maybe I take the other mic.
Check. This is better.
Yeah.
Check.
Yes. Free now. Stereo. Thank you. So my name is Osama. I come in peace today, so no worries. So I'm just part-time musician, part-time terrorist, but it's okay for today. I was born in Babylon. Maybe you hear the name of the city in Iraq, and in Iraq culture has a huge background. I'm not going to talk about that. I grew up in certain circumstances without the music instruments. Hello. Yes. My grandfather was an Ayatollah, very big, like a pope. So music was forbidden at home. I had to hello.
Can someone
from the technician, can you fit the mic? Maybe I take the other mic. Yes, that's much better. So I learned the music virtually in my brain for a long time. So I could play almost every instrument exist. And later on, when I got the chance to touch these music instruments, I could apply what I imagined around 60%. So, and then I played, just to give you a short list, or maybe, from accordion to clarinet to oud, violin, harps, guitar, from classical guitar to rock guitar to hard rock, heavy metal music. I had a school teaching heavy metal music for 4 years, and then I switched to jazz, and then I switched to ethnic music, and now you can say I can do whatever I want to do. When I was at the age of 13, I established my own philosophy. I was noticing everyone and a lot of people want to put you in a box. Sometimes the box is so small, and sometimes it's 100 meters long, but it's still a box. And for me, the concept how to break that box, that was for me essential. And I thought if I open the box from the top, and then it's limitless. And that's my own philosophy when a teenager, and stayed till this moment. So the full, this is a short story about how I started and how I think in the music. So just to tell you short what I did musically, for example, I wrote film music, I wrote for Brussels Jazz Orchestra, one of the top jazz orchestra in the world. My latest work was an opera with a totally new sound, because then the full industry in Europe opened up for a new sound, new ideas, not the classical opera rigid and staying in the same. Or I did another collaboration with Japanese musician I arranged the music for Korean orchestra. Unfortunately, it did not work because the COVID broke up. I did for flamenco music, I did for Indian, name it. I work as a producer, produced hundreds of records from Arabic to whatever interests me to have a new sound. The full commercial industry, from my perspective, want to limit us as an artist, put us in this box, what we talked about. They want to put us in a radio time limit of 3 minutes. And then Instagram went to 50 seconds, and now TikTok for shorter and shorter. But we as artists, we have to adapt, but not fully adapt. We have to keep our integrity as well. So what I wanted to say, in the industry, like I said, to limit us, we can give them what they want, but we still have to do what we want to open up a new horizon. So, if I want to use Indonesian sound, I was listening yesterday to the part of the percussionist who played the Sufi music, which was very interesting, that I learned a lot from in 3 minutes. But while the gentleman created a program from 2003 up to now, you can imagine how much we can learn from each other in an exchange. And for me, I talked before also about the concept. A lot of people want to put you in a category. You're an exotic element. You're Korean, you're Japanese, you're Arabic, or whatever. For me, it's no problem to have that, but we still have to create a new tree. In other words, I put my seed, you put your seed, he puts his seed, he put his seed, and then we create a new tree, not modified. That's modified tree, we call it a fusion, which is very nice, very okay, but it's really, you don't say your sound, you don't tell your story. And at the end, if we follow the industry, what the industry wants, we will fall. If you hear K-pop, or you Belgian pop, or Dutch pop, or British pop, or they all almost sound the same. The same sound samples used here and there, and it's become like the former gentleman from the label, he was talking, it become a brand, which is no problem. We need to have a brand. But at the same time, we need to have also Gamelan music, or Balian music, and Sufi music, classical music, fusion music, exchange music. We need all the styles. So, and with this, we learn and we create our new color, new sound. And this is, for me, in short, my story. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I think we can open. How many minutes we have? We don't have much time actually. If there are any question, we have like really wonderful, talk. Each particular speaker, explain specifically their project, their program, and what they have been doing so far. Of course, this won't solve any problem, but at least this for the beginning, because the first time we talk about culture. Maybe, I don't know, maybe any of you, maybe Sukjun want to give some comment? Not yet? Okay, no? Yuri-san? Yuri? No? Oke, ini ada yang mau nanya dari teman-teman? Silakan, silakan. Runner kita mana nih? Yang ngurusin ini nih, mikrofon. Ada nggak runner di sini? Mana runner? Siapa yang?
Runner.
Itu nih ada yang mau ngomong.
Oh, oke. Siapa tadi? Ada yang mau nanya? Oh, itu.
Hello, my name is Rehan from Basajan, and we play a mix of psychedelic rock and Sundanese instrumental. And we heard that a band called Ali from Indonesia or Lahir is getting their market on everywhere. You know, not just in Indonesia but abroad. But how do we get there? Oh, for you, yeah. Thank you.
Well, to be a musician, actually, it's a slow process. A lot of people want a lot of problem want to be right away from A to there, which is everybody's right, of course. So you need to play a trick. Actually, one part of the trick, you create your own path, what you want to do really, what touches you the most. It doesn't matter, experimental music or jazz or rock or classical, whatever. It's nothing, but keep that in mind that this is what I want to reach. Then of course you have to commercialize the other part, what the industry wants, which is we're forced to be part of it. And this is actually, of course, you need influencers, you need the social media, you need all the, the list. But most important, of course, you have to be active in music fairs. I don't know, if you do rock, then you need to go to a rock music fair. If you're world music, you go to world music fair and then build up a network. And from that network, people will know you. And still, you will not get it right away. Still slow, but you have to keep believing. But another factor, of course, there is a luck somehow. And this is a fact, actually. Sometimes you're in the right place, in the right time, with the right people. And I remember Steven Spielberg, film director, and he's sitting in a dinner, and a guy sitting next to him, talking to him, blah, 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 and he had an idea, B movie. He said, I like the name. And he assigned him to write a screenplay for the full movie, but he never wrote script before. He assigned 2 assistants to help him to learn how to write script. We call it luck, of course. But it can happen, so it's not far.
Thank you, Osama. I think, oh yeah, okay. Dini have one more question, go ahead.
Thank you for the chance. My name is Nartini Huang Ben. We are from Sumatera Utara. I would like to ask Pak Amin. Thank you for sharing today. I just know about IDP. You see, so many things we have to learn. I thought I was okay opening school, but then I am nothing when comparing and learning the new things. My question is, I understand that being a musician's experience is the first priority. We have to keep showcasing and play in everywhere. Sometimes we are rugi. But then I strike to the point where I deliver quality first. So I collaborate with Ron Korb from Grammy Awards winner. from Canada, and I collaborate also with Lance Anderson, the pianist, also the Juno Award winner, and recently with Lara Wong. My question is, I choose this road because I believe that having experience is not just going around with many shows, but we deliver quality. Pak Amin, lirik kita dong yang dari Sumatera Utara. Can you guide us what else I should do? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the question. If you want to discuss more about music and creative economy, subscribe my channel YouTube, Musik itu Politik. So many podcasts, because I'm the lecturer also at the University of Indonesia, Magister Industri Kreatif. So I talk about much about creative economy and about music also, because I'm an ethnomusicologist. I'm the student of Pak Franki. Subscribe there. Your question is, we have a program, namely akselerasi kreatif. So it's kind of like advocacy. It is kind of pendampingan. So when I talk about the value chain of creative economy, from creation, production, consumption, distribution, consumption, and conservation, so which part you are? Kita akan menyeleksi proposal ini, terus kita akan bilang bahwa, oh ini proposal sudah di tahap mana? Oh ini tahap produksi. Oh yang dia inginkan adalah tahap produksi, kita bantu distribusinya. Oh tahap produksi, kita bantu produksinya. Oh tahap konsumsi, kita bantu konsumsinya. For example, if you go to YouTube and then you see El Pama Prison, that is one of our project in Merauke. They are prisoner. Mereka itu narapidana. Katanya nggak boleh bilang narapidana kata sekarang ya, warga binaan ya. So why we support them? Because there is a storytelling behind that. There is a story knowing behind that. Don't forget our society is telenovela society, you know? You see what I mean? Do you agree or not? Indonesian people is telenovela society. They love story. That's why K-pop is dominating in here. So my suggestion is submit your proposal. We have like a committee to see the proposal, and then we will see where's your proposal. Is it in the distribution part? Is it in the production part? Or is it in the consumption part? And then try to connect with the key performance indicator that I mentioned. Do you forget job creation and then I also forget, sorry. Gross domestic product, job creation, foreign exchange proceed, and then investment value. So that's the indicator we look at the proposal. But again, I agree with you also. You cannot limit it something. If you choose, you want to choose the Sufi music. If you want to play, no one can prohibit it, right? You can. But in the creative economy perspective, we will use them to select your proposal. Is that answering your question?
Thank you, Pak Amin.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you. I think we come to the end of this panel discussion. It's very productive and very informative, and thank you so much for staying with us here. Thank you everyone. So I want to thank you again, Kano Sang, Pak Yomi, Pak Amin, and Pak Osama also, all of you wonderful panels. Don't forget, we have tomorrow, we're gonna move to Orion Hotel, ya. Tolong kasih tahu ya, Orion Hotel di Rawamangun dan Pemuda. The conference will continue over there in the ballroom, ya. So tomorrow again start at 10 o'clock, and there will be more and more interesting topics. Yeah? Among the topics, the most important one is, I think, Amin Sungchul and Yuri will talk about the potential of Asian musician, and then about the potential of Asian and global market. within the context of Asian and global market. So we might want to hear, you know, it is a story about us, and of course not all the success story, but we have to know also. We already heard this morning from Hang Dimas, basically telling, you know, how he managed to bring musicians to global market, right? It's already very important. Now maybe we will hear Sung Chun Lee and Yuri Jong will talk about it from the Korean perspective and sharing their experience in developing, you know, musician and music scene in Korea and also global. I personally also noticed how Sung Chun, my brother, will develop a lot of artists in the global market. So we will hear among others, and also of course Olivier also. Is Olivier here? Yeah, Olivier also will for sure will share his experience, especially very important because he's representing basically two different countries, right? Olivier, Japan and France. Both of them are like, one is the core of the Asia, you know, the Asian continent. The other one is the core of the European continent. We want to hear story from that part also. Thank you so very much. Enjoy. Don't forget, tonight is the opening of the at 3 o'clock. Some of you will perform there, Sung Chun. Everyone, we will start the show at 3 o'clock. This wonderful chosen band will perform, some of them, right, at 3 o'clock here. At this particular state, 3 o'clock to 5:30, and then we continue on the big stage from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock. So stick around, guys. Yeah, enjoy yourself. This is such a nice. That's the reason why I love this very much. In Jakarta, there is no other place like this. This is the only place that I like. Green, and yet we can have good music here. And also, yet this is the central in Jakarta. Okay, thank you so very much. See you soon.
Guys, saya bersama Mas Eko Agung Nugroho dari TV One. Nanti kita akan ngomong-ngomong di TV One tentang industri kreatif, tentang bagaimana IDP Festival, musik apa lagi ya? Banyak hal yang kita bisa ngomongin ya. Nantikan di TV One dan channel YouTube Musik Itu Politik. Oke, Pak.